in Theater 3. Can you hear me okay? I figured I'd try to get started before the band comes back on. Because if they do, this might be much more of an interpretive dance than anything. But appreciate you guys spending the last few minutes of your expo time with us talking about customer service insights. So quick show of hands, how many people have heard of customer service insights? Okay, great. How many people have tried customer service insights? You're my new favorite person, thank you. For everyone who hasn't tried it, it is so easy to get started. And so if you remember one thing from this very brief session, it's to go to aka.ms/CS Insights. It's that simple. It's going to tell you all about how to get started, and you can get started today for free. So my name's Tessa Kloster. I'm the GPM for Customer Service Insights, and I'm joined here with my colleague.
I'm Xiaoying. I'm the PM for Customer Service Insights.
So just a quick, why should you care about Customer Service Insights? As many people know today, customer service is so important in setting loyalty for your customers, for your brand. And it's something that's just getting more and more important really across the world. And what's great about this, and maybe you've seen across the different booths today, is that Dynamics really helps you power these end-to-end customer experiences, starting with customer service, all the way through insights, and then even further with our sister product in virtual agents. And now this is really just the tip or one little area of the full Dynamics offering, but is the piece that we will focus on today. And a little bit further, we really do focus on how this works with our customer service insights and then our sister project around virtual agent. So just quickly, who has heard of virtual agent? Dynamics 365, okay, great. And so you'll see more and more the two of our products work very closely together. And if you haven't already, we are tied together at the hip at the booth just about halfway down the area. And so what do the two do? So Customer Service Insights is really focused towards customer service managers and enabling them to make the best decision for their customer service organization. Virtual Agents does something similar, but really puts the power of building the content for that agent directly into the content managers without them having to write any code at all. So two very exciting opportunities targeted right to the people who are really in the thick of these problems and being able to solve it best. So now a little bit about Customer Service Insights, the product specifically. And so for a few of you who have heard about it before or who have tried it directly, you might have noticed some key aspects of the product that really make it exciting for people in this area to leverage. The first one is that it is easy to adopt, and I'm saying very, very easily. So if you go to that website, aka.ms/CS Insights, today, you can click, there's a big button that says Get Started, and that's really going to launch you, and you'll be able to sign up in less than 5 seconds. That's our promise. If you're not, come on back. We'll talk about what happened. But really, within 5 seconds, you can get directly into the product, and within 5 minutes, you'll have a view of your organization that can start providing actionable insights. That fast. 5 seconds to sign up, 5 minutes to wow. If you aren't ready yet to connect to your own data, we also have a fully functional sample environment that shows all of the different capabilities to help encourage you to do that extra little nudge to get you to connect to your data as well. So once you've done that, the next big thing as a part of the product is that we really do provide those actionable insights leveraging our out-of-box dashboards. And so just by signing up and connecting to the product, you immediately get access to 5 different out-of-box dashboards that show you key insights for metrics across your organization. So we have an overview page, we have deep dives into customer satisfaction, case resolution, new cases, and really a topic drill through that show you that wide range of data, but also help you really get to the important parts of it as well. And all this is possible on top of the two other features is by having the capabilities that we do around topics. And so we leverage artificial intelligence and an industry-leading natural language understanding model to take in all of the issues that your customers are facing and classify them into what we call topics. Now, these larger groups of issues help you better identify trends and areas for improvement so that you don't have to be scouring through tens of thousands of cases trying to find these patterns. Instead, we do the generation for you, and then you're able to directly correlate those topics against any of those other 5 dashboards that we provide. And Xiaoying is going to spend a lot of time actually on the second half of this, really demoing the product and the different capabilities that we have. So these 3 pillars are really some of the exciting things that we have within the product. And so diving a little bit deeper into that topic discovery, because again, this is really the area where we are saving customer service managers and customer service organizations so much time and effort. So today, a lot of this is done manually, where these cases are actually parsed and people are trying to add tags and groups and categories to try to bring these together. All of this happens automatically for you within that 5 minutes that I mentioned as well. So it's very fast. And every day as there's new cases that are coming and your customer service agents are dealing with more and more users, this is refreshed on a regular basis to really show you the latest and greatest of what your organization is dealing with. And on top of that, we don't just have the clusters, you're actually able to correlate the topics with all of the BI metrics. And so you can use them to kind of slice across, or vice versa. Someone today at the booth actually wanted to see all the main topics that are coming out of a particular channel. So she was able to select the phone channel and see all the common topics that were coming out of it. So really integrating back and forth between our AI metrics and our BI metrics to help you make the right decision for your organization. And again, all of this works out of box. You don't need any AI knowledge at all in order to take advantage of it. If you do, though, we do have some other features that you can leverage. So a little bit more about how this topic is created. And so again, this is all happening automatically, but we're smart about it as well. So one of the main things as we're generating these topics is we do keep track of what we've generated and keep them stable over time. So today you come in and you see a list of common issues. Tomorrow when that data gets refreshed, the whole list isn't going to be different. You're going to see how the topic has evolved and maybe how new cases have contributed to it, but the topic stays stable over time, which really helps you see how you're impacting that topic volume as well. The other big one is that the way the topics are created, so we don't just do keyword matching, we actually understand the issue within the title to ensure that we're grouping things together. So a great example is, promo code and coupons. As humans, we know that these are the same thing, but these words look nothing alike. And so it's really the power of that NLU model that we have that is able to group them together into a single topic that can have all the issues related to it. And so this slide gives you a little bit more about the power and the capabilities related to topics that we provide. Again, these topic titles are automatically generated, they stay consistent, they're not duplicated, which is great. You have the ability to actually interact and personalize the model a little bit based off of your business needs. You're able to clean the data too, which maybe we'll show quickly. This is very short theater session, so we'll also point you to some other sessions where we dive in further. And then it really does this no matter the number of cases that you're interacting with. So really great capabilities that all happen out of box. And so the last slide that I have before we switch into a demo is just tying this into the larger cycle, especially when we talk about the virtual agent. So Insights really provides that ability to learn and understand what's going on in your organization, giving you the opportunity to act on it by building, for example, virtual agents and then actually deploying those solutions out to your customers to then again learn and understand what they're interacting with and keep that cycle going. And so Dynamics 365 Customer Service Insights, which is what you're going to see more of right here, also pairs very closely with Virtual Agent, which we have a few sessions on tomorrow as well. And with that, we'll switch over to the demo.
Cool. Thanks, Tessa. So let me bring up the service I just opened. And by the way, if you have your tablet or have laptop at hand, you can actually follow the demo with me. And for each of the workspace that you sign up, we actually provide this sample environment.
Oh,
Does it need something different?
I think we just need to close out the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Got it.
Okay, here it is. As I mentioned that if you go to the aka.ms/CS Insights and sign up, everyone will get this simple environment you can play with without really connecting to your data. But as Tessa mentioned, one of the problems we try to solve for the customer service manager is to very quickly and very easy to set up such dashboards. And usually it takes, what we learn from customer, usually it takes like several weeks or even months for their IT folks to cook the data and then to bring the pipeline and then to generate all of these reports. But when you are especially using Dynamics 365 for customer service, what you need to do is simply to go to create a workspace, and each workspace will connect to your Dynamics environment and generate a bunch of the reports out of the box automatically for you. So if I click that, you can choose a Dynamics environment and then select that from the list. That's all of it. And after a couple of minutes or depends on your data, you'll get a dashboard like this.
So Xiaoying, do I need to have Dynamics in order to use customer service insights?
Actually, it's a great question. When we're saying about the Dynamics, actually it's not necessary to have the Dynamics 365 for customer service. Of course, that will make your work easier, but as long as your data are stored in common data service, and then we provide the data mapping capability for you to bring your data from any custom common data service entity into this product. So to quickly show that, in all the workspace settings, you get a data mapping where you can choose your entity and then to do the data mapping here. So let's take a step further and look into this dashboard. And here, I want to point out, we have, for all of those dashboards, we follow very similar UX pattern. And from the right side here, you can see it's all about the BI analytics. And it looks into your case data and then to aggregate all of those data. And for the KPI summary, it shows the most important and most interesting data for the service manager. So you can tell all of those KPIs, how they look like at this moment. And you can look into the trending comparing to the previous period. For example, here, the time period is for the past 1 month. So it compares between the previous 1 month and the month before and to look into whether it's going better or it's going worse. So as a customer service, you get immediate picture about how overall, over the time, your support team is performing. And of course, there are some other charts to give you more visibility for all of those statistics. And for this part, it's about the AI. This is where the AI lives. As Tessa mentioned, we have our advanced natural language understanding model, which can understand the semantic meanings for all of those cases and the case titles to group them automatically together. So for example, here, let me show you the full title. The first one showcases the top topics, which indicates a group of the similar cases. When people are asking about the promo code issues, how many of them actually are handled by a support team? And definitely for the first one, they showcased there are around like 1,800 of the cases of the customers that are talking about this problem. And similarly for the emerging topic, it shows you for some of the problems, there are not a lot of cases coming in, but comparing to the previous time period, the trend is going up. So it will be better like look into this list and prepare in advance so that the support team can handle more quickly about those cases before those kind of issues impact to more customers in your support org. And also another interesting piece is we also, because everything is built on top of the Power BI, it also provides this kind of the interactive experience. And when you want to know more information about one of the topic, it gives you the overall about, for this particular topic, how all of those KPIs and metrics will look like. So it gives you kind of the drill-through experience to understand better about this particular customer problem. And as you can see, like all of those AI technology happens out of the box without you doing anything, and it just cluster all of those cases, and you can get that out of the box automatically. And so this is about the KPI summary. And if we go to the other dashboard, it shows the similar pattern, like we have the AI topics automatically discovered for you, and also we have the chart companion with that. For example, for the new cases, it helps the service manager to get better idea about how they want to do the workload balance between different agents across different time, and how to do the staffing. For example, here, there's one of the charts shows the case timing, and it shows for the selected time period for the past 1 month, in average, how the case traffic, how the support traffic will look like across different hours during the day. So as a service manager, you can make the decision. For example, here, I want to make sure there are more people working to provide the support on this time period. And also, in addition to that, because we have the topic, it even brings more visibility about what kind of exact skills those agents need to have when they support their customers. So for example, here, still about the promo code problem, and we can see that across this time period, it shows for this particular problem, there are more customers asking for the support for this. So it means that for this time period, it will be better when you are doing the staffing. It's better to have more agents have that particular skills to help the customers. And also, I mentioned a couple of times about the time period. This actually becomes another interesting tool you can leverage to get some actionable insights. For example, here, by default, it's the past 1 month, but we can compare that between, for example, past 1 week. Oh, let me select the past 1 week. And here, immediately, you can see the data changes and something happened. And compared to the past 1 month, the newer cases and volume change actually is going lower. So it may indicate to the service manager as a signal that there are not a lot of new cases talking about the promo code, so maybe that issue has already been fixed, or there are some KB articles published and documentation to help the agent help support better about the customer inquiries about the promo code. But again, the resolution time is going higher, so it means that all of those new promo code issues, there are some more tricky problems that the support agent cannot handle very well. So as a service manager, you can compare between different time periods and make better decision on that. And in addition, for the customer satisfaction, and it also gives you the similar pattern that you can look into the topics and then compare to your CSAT. And here, you can see there's a one column actually is very interesting. We call that impact. And what the impact means is it compares across the average CSAT, and it tells you how much this particular topic contributes to the average CSAT. So as a service manager, when you want to make some decision, because we all have very variable time, you want to focus on the most important thing first, and this column gives you an idea which one you can focus most. So for example, here we can see the third topic actually, it has the most negative impact across the other topics. So as a service manager, it indicates that it will be better as a suggestion to focus on solving the topic, the third topic first, so you'll immediately get much higher CSAT compared to solving the problem for the other topics.
So again, really showing an action that you can take that's going to have the most influence and be the best time spent or resources spent to have the effect on your organization.
Yeah. And then let's go to the resolution, where it shows how long does it take for agents to solve across different support problems. And again, you see a list of the resolution topics, and also this shows across all the agents, what are the top agents that spends most of the time in average to provide the support for the customers. And here you can immediately find who are those agents that may need more help, like they need more training or coaching, or they need better workload balance to help them to lower down those resolution times. And another thing is still using the interaction experience with the topic. For example, here I've chosen the first one, and it gives you another layer about what exact problem those agents are struggling with. And here you can see, for example, Karen, in general, she's actually not the worst, and she's in the middle of regard to the average resolution time when they spend with their customers. But definitely for this particular topic about the promo code issues, she's definitely struggling more comparing to the other agent. So when we're, as a service manager, when you want to provide more training or help to give Karen some ideas of how she can support better about this to their customers, and it will be better to focus on more about the promo code issues and provide more material for her to get more knowledge how she can solve that problem for the customers. And last but not least thing I want to show you actually is another layer of the details. So here we've already seen 4 dashboards which show you different types of the metrics from different perspectives. But when we're talking about the topics, and you may ask, what if I want to learn more about each of the topics, and especially for a particular topic I want to go through and get more information. And because we're using the Power BI, it provides it uses the default Power BI experience, allow you to drill through into another comprehensive dashboard. So if you right-click that and choose the topic drill through, it shows you the 5th dashboard, which show you all of those KPI metrics, just focus on that particular topic. And you can see all of those numbers, and it compares between different channels and products and impact for the C-side drivers and the resolution drivers. And it gives you also another layer of your visibility into different agents across this particular topic. And last but not least, it shows you the user journey across, for this particular topic, across different channels and the escalations and the resolution rate. And this one actually becomes very powerful because as a service manager, you can immediately visually to see what's the proportion for support channels to handle this particular topic. So you can do better like staffing decisions when you want to buffer between different agent time across different channels. And also another thing is that if you're considering to automate some of the topic by using the virtual agent or the chatbot for your support team, this will be a very useful chart where we can see if, for example, a topic comes mostly from the web channel, because virtual agent usually is deployed to the web channel. And if most of the cases are not escalated, it means that it's kind of the easy problem for human agent to solve. And if most of them are solved by virtual agent, so that can be a very good topic to automate. And once it's automated, then your human agent can spend more time to deal with those complicated problems, and your customer don't need to spend too much time just like waiting for 5 or 10 minutes just to wait for an agent to pick it up and answer a very simple question.
So all of this, as you can see, and we're right at time, and again, appreciate you guys spending the last few minutes of Expo with us, is really just scratching the surface of the product. This was a really quick overview. Right. Thank you so much, Xiaoying, for doing it. Maybe we can flash up the resources slide quickly. Yeah. One more slide to take a picture of. It's going to have that URL that we keep saying over and over again. So the aka.ms/CS Insights. Going to have to skip ahead on a few ones. We also are at the booth if you guys want to come over and talk with us and get any more information. We also have some more advanced capabilities. We have a session tomorrow that you can come see.
Yeah, so tomorrow at around 11:30, we'll be in the Theater 4 to give you a deep dive session, especially talking about how the topics works and how you can make that better.
So come on back. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.